coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Across from him on the Bucs sideline, Todd Bowles. His guys ready to feed off the inter. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their ninth-year quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Now a first carry here for the running back. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
Down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. 2nd and 2. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Taken down at the 42. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and 3.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st down, Saints.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Elijah Cansey able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
2nd and 15. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
1st down.
Now a handoff running through the middle. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 33-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal, New Orleans.
How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
A 20-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
He's got Alton. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
and 6.
They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
The Bucs at 4-7 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw again. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 21. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are back within a score. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Saints offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And we show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. And you can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. They go play action here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up second down.
Second and 6 at the 30.
They'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Not even a little bit.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. He'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
9 yards to go.
He'll look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be fourth down. Arises on to punt here as he gets this one away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the Saints' 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's third and 2.
Brings up third and 2.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
It's not one guy, it's another with this defense. I mean, this is the #1 unit against the rush in the entire NFL. They know how to cover for each other. And, yeah, they've got great players. They also have very dependable players, too.
On for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Second and 6. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 14. First down, New Orleans.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the river.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trying on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Saints don't have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now he'll tuck this and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break.
A 39-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. It's been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Gets around him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Saints to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards on the play.
The 45-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Saints.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And his kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6 at 16-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. And all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Third down and 8 yards to go.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he can't find the receiver, and he's brought down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, look out, because here they come.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a nice spin into some open field. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 74 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. And so the wind of it over. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Yep. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay, you're just getting through.
It's definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. There's a short one taken in by Otten. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
With the middle, and he finds McMillan. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, New Orleans.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose.
Yaya Diaby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting the sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. back now in Tampa. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. This offense so far on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. There's that man again. It's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 109 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That first good for 20 and a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Yaya Diaby getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
For the Saints field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down. Second and 6. going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 25.
That's a gain of 5.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal at the Saints' 2-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 174 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
A 7-yard pickup.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And they will take a knee here. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for New Orleans, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.